Combat Conversations episode 2 then, guys, and this time I had the absolute privilege of training with Professor John Will, one of the original Dirty Dozen, so the first group of non-Brazilians to earn the highly prestigious rank of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's trained with the Machados, he's taught thousands, and he has built systems that make you feel clever even when you're being squashed under pressure. I've got 2 hours to absorb as much as I can. As a barely functioning white belt with a microphone, what could possibly go wrong? Let's have a look, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Number 2, Combat Conversations. If you do, please like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff because it really does help the channel out. Let's get into it. This time, folks, we are at Function First in my hometown of Lincoln, home to very friendly people and amazing facilities like cryotherapy, hyperbaric oxygen chambers, and flotation tanks. It's basically the place where Batman would go to fix himself if necessary. I am very excited for this seminar that promises to delete my guard and my dignity in equal measure. So before we get into the absolute gold that John gave us during the seminar, let's take a second to appreciate just who we are dealing with. John Will isn't just a high-level black belt, he is one of the original Dirty Dozen, the first 12 non-Brazilians in the world to earn a BJJ black belt. He's trained across continents, he's slept on mats, he's trekked through jungles, and he's hunted down martial arts knowledge like some kind of Indiana Jones in a rash guard. He studied under the Machado brothers, he helped spread BJJ across Australia and beyond, and has taught everyone from cage fighters to commandos. He's been name-dropped by Joe Rogan more times than elk meat, DNT, and Ancient Civilizations combined, but what really makes John stand out is his brain. He doesn't just teach moves, he teaches systems. He takes chaos and he gives it structure. What separates John from the average seminar is structure. He doesn't just throw 15 random techniques at you, he shows how every moment links together. It's not, here's a pass, here's a submission, it's, how did we even get here?
You have to cook it and then eat it. Then there's a step further back. You had to kill it, pluck it, cook it, and then eat it. And then there's a step further back. You had to raise the thing on your farm and you could put it. So farm take up, not every night, but regularly. So you've got the whole story and you see the context and not just some tiny little thing you see on YouTube, which is what people tend to be doing now, which is good. Okay, I'm in his half. So the first thing that I want to do is get him flat. So this is not ideal because the knee shield can come through easy here and lots of things can happen. So the easiest way to get him flat is just do what I did. What did I do? I moved toward my right hand. I just moved lateral, not forward, to the side. And then I hunker down. See my elbows are here? So we're gonna call this low smashed half guard. If we get up on his chest, we call that high smashed half guard. So I've got him flat and I've got chest to him. Whether I'm controlling him low or whether I'm controlling him high, we're going to do that. We're going to start low and then I'm going to show you how to get high. If I try to get up here high now, he's pummeling, and I'm pummeling. Okay, and whoever wins. It can be like a 50-50 proposition. Okay, but if I'm low here and I don't try to get him up, it's easier. So we're going to start with low smash half guard. Even if he's like that, I move to the right and smash him low. Now look at my hands. Inside ties, inside ties. So I'm halfway up now, all right? I started low, inside ties, halfway up. Now I wait. When he lifts one of his arms up, my hand goes under. He lifts the other hand up, my hand goes under. So I'm just holding like that, waiting for a hand to come up, and like a mouse, as soon as the space is there, I'm gonna run under the arm. So we're here, his arm comes up, under. His arm comes up, under. We're going to do that for 20 seconds. Now, if my hand goes under, say this one, under, I then come up and I get high smash half guard. Chest on chest, underhook, crushing, okay? And then we're here. Once we get either that underhook and the head, or this underhook and the head, I'm going to give you a passing plan that they're not going to stop.
If I'm entirely honest with you guys, I wasn't sure what to expect from this seminar. I've heard such good things about Professor John, so I thought I'd get a few moves, I'd get some cool content, and that would be it. However, I got so much more than that, and I got a really good way to pass at a high percentage through the half guard. So much, in fact, then that I actually tried it the next day in sparring and managed to use some of the techniques that I'd learned the day before from Professor John. So that is awesome to start off with. What I really like is that he doesn't just show the middle, he rewinds it from the start, from the takedown, and how you end up in that position. It's like a Netflix series, except you don't get to skip the recap.
Rather than just do a very common thing, which is let's just start there. What? How'd that happen? That's like saying, let's start on the ground. What? How did that happen? Did someone sneak into your bedroom and jump on you while you were sleeping? You should start on the floor. Okay. But a lot of modern jiu-jitsu guys don't. They start on the floor, avoiding wrestling training, avoiding takedown training, and developing an annoying guard maybe, but I don't think it's not complete. I want to give you a plan to pass, not just a pass or two. Our plan is going to be, if I get the underhook on this arm, we'll have one plan. If we get the underhook on that arm, we'll have a different plan. Yeah. And then a third one I want to show you is something that's a little bit more advanced, but we'll warm up to it, is I want to show you how to take his back from here. Instead of going to the side control or to the mount, I also want you to be able to go to the back. Yeah. That'll be a bit more advanced, but we'll get there. But for all of these things, we're going to need an underhook. We're going to need an underhook, like be a real man. You need an underhook, right? Yeah, that's the case of that. Okay. So, what am I going to do first? Help me out. Yes, thank you. Right. And then here I am, and now here I am, and we're here. So if I've got the underhook on this side, here's the strategy. If I've got the underhook on this side, my head goes to the other side. If we have the underhook on this side, our head goes to the other side. That makes sense? So it's pretty easy to get, right? So we start like this. I now just cup his shoulder, and I'm just holding with one arm on my underhook, like that. Okay. Now I'm going to stand up. I'll keep my leg. Stand up there, and I'm going to jiggle. See, I'm just doing these little calf raises till my knee comes free. Once my knee's free, I pivot it through the mat. You still got hold of my foot. That's okay. Grab make sure you lock it up. Yeah. And I'm here. Now, don't start kicking. This is a very common mistake here. If I start kicking, just watch what happens when I do this slow motion. I kick Dom away. I pivot toward him on my right knee. Don't do anything, Dom. Look at how much space is in between us. And his right knee comes inside. Yes, so that's a very common mistake by people who just like kick the crap out of his leg. Make sense? So, we're here. Head opposite side. Tripod up. Jiggle, knee to the mat. Now, hip to the mat where my knee is. See, I'm going to slide my knee out and drop my head. Now, watch, see my left hand and left foot? I'm going to bring them in. Out, in. Because here I can use this and use my butt to push him off my foot. That way I've got very tight connection with my hip. I can knee right, I can mount. I haven't got space for him to regard. If it doesn't work, you can kick the leg. But your first thing is to try to push him off with your butt and not your leg, which will make space between. I want to keep your hip very connected to him. Yeah? Crush here, armbar. He's not getting out. He's never going to get that arm back. Up. He's just going to die. So I don't want to lose the arm. Once we're there, we bring our other arm over. So we agreed we're here. Not here. If I go under his head, his hand can come back in front of my neck. And just yeah. Just bring it round here, start again. Yeah. What? I can't do anything. Now do it. Right? You see? So look, get where you need to get to. You guys can't see. My right hand's got the underhook. My left hand's there underneath. See? Like little angel wings. And my head's not here. my head's here, he'll bring the hand back in front. Oh shit, too late. Because by the time I see it, it's too late. Look at my head. See my head? Listen to his, now bring it back. It's boring, white belt boring, but you just tap the shit out of people. So when you get here, after I've cleared the leg out, my head comes over, my arm comes over, I come in and I've got my head, we call it radar on. Because now when Dom's arm comes, I can feel it, see? If I'm here, I can't do it quick. Oh shit. Yep, and under here, he can do what he wants. Yep. So just get it over there, that's how I'd like us to end.
I have to say, I really liked the pace of this seminar. Everything was done like over and over again, so you got the reps in, and it was like a decision tree of jiu-jitsu. Choose your own adventure, except most of the endings involved you getting your guard passed politely but decisively. Option A, you do this. Option B, this happens. Option C, this happens. Very clear, very decisive, even for a stupid white belt like myself.
Other one now, yeah? Okay, cool. So what's the formula? Where's my head go? Other side. I'm going to tripod up, kick my leg, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. This knee, you know before we did a knee cut over his leg? Now we're going to do a knee cut over his gut. So it's just a belly knee cut instead of a leg knee cut because we're on the other side. Yeah? So the formula is the same. So if I was going to write the formula for you, it would be get an underhook, head opposite side, pass to the side of the head. Yep. So if it's this one, get the underhook, head opposite side, and knee cut to the other side. But because of the way this is, we have to knee cut across his belly. It's just a knee cut.
One of the best things about John's seminar was how well it flowed. It wasn't just, here's a move, now rep it. It was, if they do A, you do this. If you do B, you punish them gently, then continue your reign of pressure. And every position branched into 2 or 3 clear options. It all linked together, and it felt less like learning techniques and more like downloading a roadmap. There was no fluff, no wasted time, just well-paced, precise coaching that made the complicated stuff feel doable.
So the question is, you know, hang on, you've given me 2 options under pressure. Ideally, under pressure, you want no options. You want that, do that. Foot goes on the brake. Something happens from the brake. You don't want 3 brake pedals, right? One for a gravel road, one for a warm day, one for a cold day. I mean, in theory, it might be better. They might be better calibrated, but the problem is it's not worth it by the time you figure out which one, you hit the car, right? Yeah. So often that's what we want. But if you think about what I said, this is not being driven by us. I'm waiting for which arm comes up, right? You hold there, he's going to determine which one goes under. I don't care which one I do, right? Yeah, that's it. So, like, if he's not, he's like that, you know, and you can pick whichever one you want. Pick one. I have a favourite one, the first one. So if I could just get the underhook now, I'll just do that, right? But if he's better, then I'm waiting, and he will determine which hand he moves, determines which underhook I get, and then that determines the path I'm on.
We then took a step back and saw how we could end up in that half guard, either from a takedown or from someone pulling guard and us trying to pass that guard but falling into half guard.
People do that. They go, I'm coming around, they cut the leg, I'll keep walking and she'll spin forever. So I had to go and flatten her out. That's why I took time to do it. See, she's okay. She's down or going? Oh, she's up. Pick one. I don't care. Pick one. We'll go worst case. Or it could be stand up and I put you there. Figure it out. No. Inside tie. Walk around. Oh! And there we go. So right now, well, I think, Matthew, that I will teach a back take, even though it's a bit technical. I think we can give it a shot. All right, I'm going to teach you something, a way to take the back from there. And you know what? I'll teach you a way to guillotine and a way to take the back. But to do this, you're going to need this little idea that the best way for me to give you this little idea, this little control, is to teach you headlock control. So I'm gonna take a detour for a minute, 10 minutes, and teach you my way to do headlock control. It's very different than every other BJJ guy. Because headlock control comes with a lot of problems. You get your back taken, you get rolled over. I'll show you in a second. The way I do it, none of that happens. And I'll teach you that. Because the way I do it is based on this little weird control I call the murder staple. It'll become obvious in a minute. And you're going to be able to do it from the half guard if you can do the murder staple, and you'll be able to use it to take the guy's back and to guillotine him and not bother taking your leg out at all. Awesome. Right? Yeah. Rotate my shoulders to grab his head. So my shoulders are going in the direction that if he lift his hip and pull me that way, that happens. Right? So do you see the problem? When I overhook, I give the body lock, and my shoulders are rotating in the exact direction he wants to go. You're going to end up there almost all the time when you do a headlock that way. That's why on the BJJ landscape, it's not popular, because they do it like this and then something bad happens. The other thing that happens is as I rotate, he can duck out under there and get my arm, get my back. So as I rotate, he ducks out, oh shoot, and now he's on my back. So most BJJ people do not like headlock control. Instead of the overhook, we're going to go underhook. I'm just going to cup on his shoulder, elbow flares out, and I put my weight on his arm. See my hips off the ground? So if he tries to come up now and get on top, I feel very, very strong here. And he tries to get here, then I grab his head. Then 1, 2, 3, and I've got him here. And he can't get the body lock because of this arm. So it's really simple, but it makes a big difference. Overhook, I would suggest you'd never do it. Underhook, you'll murder them, right? And look at the control on his arm. My hand is on his shoulder, but the elbow's on his elbow. So see, I've got the whole thing, not a bit of his arm like that. 1, 2, and now the shoulder, I'm not flat. See, it's not heavy. When I go sideways, it's very heavy. And now my hand's like that. So he's gonna try to come up, and then I grab his head. So we've grabbed his head without rotating our shoulders. There is no body lock. And then from there, we're going to go to the front. And the way we're going to go to the front is by moving our feet 3 times. Because you watch. Watch this. 1. I can't make it there. So it has to be from here. He tries to come up 1. Now watch. Right leg, left leg, right leg. Now my leg went past Lubo's head. So say he did have the body lock. There's not a very good bridge here because of my leg. If my leg was there, he can now do a big bridge. So you see how important it is to get my leg there? You see I've grabbed the inside of my thigh? Look at my other hand. So, I've got this here. But we call this the earwig. You know the earwig is a little, like that. Now he tries to move it away from there. I feel good. No effort. You can hold people there all day long. Right? Pardon? I'm doing, could you come so Lubo can see? Okay, sorry. Number 1, what do I do, guys, when he's pushing my hip? Underhook. Shoulder, elbow. See I'm sideways? See my hip off the ground? A lot of weight there. He tries to move. Thank you. He won't get away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he tries to put that hand behind my back. Right? And then you can hear katakatame or whatever. But I don't care about this. I'm not going to teach a headlock class tonight. I want to teach the control on his arm tonight. And we're going to do it from inside there. And we're going to use that to take his back and choke him out and do a bunch of cool things. No one does this. I've never seen it done anywhere. As far as I know, no one knows this move. But now she just flares it out and just goes murder staple on it. And does the swing. So it looks like she's giving me the back. I can try and I'll get a bit of the way there, but then I'm going to run out. She grabbed my head. Now she's going to fish it under my arm and pin me down. Now she doesn't need this arm. She uses her hand on the floor to sit me right up. But let me stop there. Why can't she get my back now? There's a boom gate here. I want to get out because this is not helping me. So she's got to let me get it out. She moves that leg away so it can come out. Then she's got me, elbow to the floor. Bang. That's what gives her the second hook. Then the arm, then that, and now she's got the back with my knife. I haven't got her up, she's here. So that means my knee's going to be over here. And now she's going to be too low on my body and turn right over maybe. I've got to sit her right up so my knee goes right there. Look how close. Now, right? So you want them here so your knee goes there. If she's tilted back like that, your knee's going to go somewhere out here. You won't be able to get it under. So you've got to sit them right up. Keep in mind that, I mean, you know, so we could talk about why you compete. Why? Like, why are you doing that? And I think clarity on that. Ultimately, probably once at the end of the day, you'll probably want to learn from the experience. I mean, you'll want to improve out of it, right? Because if I said to you, Dom, you could win and get this done, but you money or fame or the notoriety or the win, but you'll get worse, you wouldn't take the deal. Right? So some part of you would probably agree that you want to emerge from the experience being a better Dom. Okay. So if that's the case, approach it like that. Approach it like it's just a unique sparring session with someone that you're less familiar with. Let's see if you can work something out. Come away and tell me, oh, this is what I figured out. Wow. Then win or lose, hand up or down, is irrelevant. Irrelevant. You know, it's did you learn from it? Because I think a lot of people don't learn from it. And to me, that will be the only reason to do it. Maybe not if there was a lot of money and I was younger and I had to pay my ass off. It might be fuck the learning. It's worth, you know. But ultimately, that would be a very short career. It's just, so I would suggest that maybe go in with the next fight saying, okay, I'm really clear on my goal. What is it to win? No, it's to emerge a more knowledgeable person at the end of this thing with more experience that you can help, that you can use to help other people. So be less, more selfless. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you do really well. Like I know I'll fight harder for other people than for me. You might be the same kind of person. So maybe go with that mindset. But in the first part of all of that, and probably up to about maybe all the way up to black belt in jiu-jitsu, it was only about effective fighting. Like if it wasn't functional in the real world, I wasn't interested in it. So my game was always tight and gnarly. It wasn't loose and like, you know, because I'm thinking you're going to get hit. And I ran everything through this filter. Will this work in the real world? Will it work in the real world? And I was that was my thing. But then, you know, after a while, certainly I can tell you now, it's just nothing to do with fighting. To me, it's not about that because I'm not fighting. The reality is I've got a house, you know, and a wife and friends, and I'm a normal human being. I'm not out there getting into fights and stuff. So even though I was employed a lot for people who are military and spooks and stuff to devise training programs for them, and they're in serious situations. So I had to keep one foot in that area. But the truth of it is, I'm there for other reasons. I'm there just for the exercise, for the social connection to other people, for a chance to make me think and problem solve. It's all of that. The fighting is irrelevant. To why we love it, it's quite nuanced. We've got friendships, we've got a bit of sweat, got some exercise, build the confidence up a bit. It's a lot of things. And all that's just wonderful, you know. You know, and some people say, oh, I can't train 5 nights a week hard, I'm not training at all. Really? It has to be one or the other? That's crazy. Like, one or the other? I was very like that for the first 30 years of my life. I'm all in or I'm out. You don't need to go on the mat and go, okay, you know, like that, because that would be how you'd approach it if it was just about the fighting. So you can just dial it back, and who cares? And put your ego on the shelf for a while. and pick your training partners and avoid the idiots. You can do all that, right? Unless, of course, you are one of the idiots.
Combat Conversations episode 2 then, guys, and that was with Professor John Will. A little bit more of a technique focused one this time, because obviously I only had 2 hours to spend time with him, learn as much as I could, and get some footage for you guys too. With the MKG one, I had a whole 3 days to get loads of footage, loads of interviews, some social side of it as well, but I just didn't have the time on this one. So we deep dived a little bit more into the technique side of it, what Professor John was teaching, and I hope some of you BJJ nerds out there got some great golden nuggets from this. I know I certainly did, that I'm still taking forward into my training now, and managed to apply some of it under pressure and in sparring as well, so that's always a great start. So hope you enjoyed it, and episode number 3 will be coming very shortly, and it will be from sunny Spain, where I will be attending the 4D summer camp with Guru Bob Breen and Mitmaster Matt Chapman. So there will be kickboxing, BJJ, Filipino martial arts, self-defense, Jeet Kune Do, 4D combat, some social side of it as well, so hopefully I'll get a bit of a tan, but more likely go a little bit red. I will eat all the food, drink all the drink, get some good interviews, get some good footage for you guys, and episode 3 is shaping up to be a really good one, as I said, from sunny Spain. So if you want to see that one, make sure you are alerted, so subscribe, like, share, do all that usual stuff that everyone always asks you to do, but please do it, because it does actually help the channel grow a little bit, and we're so close to approaching 1,000 subscribers, which would be really cool. So until then, I hope you enjoyed episode number 2 with Professor John Will. Please like, share it around to all your BJJ friends who think they could do with some help with half guard, and I will see you very shortly for episode number 3. Cheers guys, thank you.